Rainbow TV. It's your girl Bridget Ekpo. I know you are just by now you are tired of my personality. From 1 minute I'm dancing, 1 minute I'm ranting, 1 minute I'm praying, 1 minute I'm making jokes. I'm a Gemini, so please bear with me. We are like that. It's my personality. It changes by the second. It's like the British weather. Welcome. If you're new here, this is Obodo Igbo TV. We'll talk about issues that affect Africans who live in the diaspora. So welcome. Consider subscribing. There's a red button down there. Hit on the bell sign below. It gives you notification whenever I post my videos. So today, a subscriber of mine asked me to talk about money, joint finances, joint accounts. I should talk about it. And I really like the topic because I realized that I've never really talked about money before. I keep saying all the time that the two major causes of divorce is money and sex, but I've never really I talk a lot about sex, but I've never really talked about money. So when I saw that, I was very happy with that topic, and I've been planning to do it. So today I want to talk about joint accounts in the UK or in the US, wherever you are. But my focus is going to be on the UK because I live here, so this is why I'm generally talking about, having a joint account, pros and cons. That's what I'm talking about today. So, welcome. So what is a joint account? Joint account is an account that couples can set up so that it will be easy for them to manage their resources, their finances, basically. That's what joint account is. So both of them are there in the accounts and they can both operate the accounts. That's what joint account simply means. So their income will be going into the account, and then maybe their expenditure or some of their expenditure will also be going out of the account. That's what joint account is. So the pros, first of all, before I go to the pros, I just want to tell you, if you have any doubts at all, if you're with someone and you have any doubts at all about setting up a joint account with them, don't do it. Don't do it, because by doubting alone, that doubt that's come to your mind alone is telling you that you probably shouldn't be doing it. I usually research whatever topic I'm doing, and the money advice website, UK money advice, says that if you are in doubt about setting up a joint account, don't do it. So it's not me that said so. Don't say this woman has come again. No, it's not me. This is what the money advice people said. If you're in doubt, don't do it. I have a friend who I know has a joint account with her husband. I don't have a joint account with my husband. I will tell you that. And there's a reason why. The reason why I don't have a joint account with my husband is because I'm not very good with money. I'm not good with money. I am a spendster. Whether there's a word like that in English language, I don't know. I don't have any respect for money. It's very bad. I'm trying to learn. I've told my friend Angela, who is an accountant, because accountants are good at managing money, to please teach me how to do it. I'll be doing a vlog with her very soon to teach me. I'm so bad with money. If I have it, I spend. But my husband is more conservative with money. He doesn't spend like that. It's more, he can manage money better. So that's why if we go and open a joint account, I will finish all the money. I will just go and go to Selfridges and start buying designers bags, or I will go and buy gold. Gold is another one. That's my weakness. This gold, I like buying gold. So I know myself. That's why I didn't say joint account. Everybody has their own account. They will manage the account separately, but jointly from afar. So somebody like me who is bad with money, who is not very economical with money, don't open a joint account with me. If you have a wife like that, all you men out there, if you have a wife like that who spends too much, don't open a joint account with her, because if you go and open an account with her, she will finish all the money. But seriously, we don't have a joint account, but I have friends who have joint accounts and it's working well for them. So it's basically up to you, the couple, to know what works. The pros. I'm going to talk about the pros of opening a joint bank account. First pros is it's a straightforward way to manage expenses. It's a straightforward way of managing your expenses, i.e. your rent or mortgage payment, your bills, your utility, and the money that you need basically to pay for things that you need to pay for. In the UK, we have a lot of bills. You guys don't pay council tax in America. We pay council tax here. We don't only pay council tax, we pay road tax, which I know for sure that you guys in America don't pay. So things like that you want to pay from your, and council tax is something that they don't even play with. If you don't pay it, they'll take you to court. Council do not pay with their tax. They don't play with their taxes at all. So you need to pay the council tax. If you don't pay, you'll be in serious trouble. So it's a quick way for you to manage that, because at the end of the day, you want to take out those bills that, you know, very, very essential for you to pay. You want to remove it. You want to pay your mortgage or your rent so that you don't get evicted. You want to pay your council tax. You want to pay your utility bill so you can have your electricity and water and gas, and then your internet bills or your cable bills or whatever other utilities that you have that is vital for your day-to-day life. You want to quickly take them out. So it's an easy way for you to manage that. That joint accounts can solve arguments about finances. If you argue a lot about finances, maybe there's trust issues about how much you are earning or how much is earning or who is paying what, is a quick way to resolve that. So at least when the money is coming in, you are both saying it on your statement, so you know what he's earning, you know, he knows what you're earning, and you know what you are paying and for what. So it's a quick way to, you know, resolve any issues that you might have in case if you have no understanding about also how you manage budgeting for food, things like food. If you've got children and you need to pay for school dinner, or you need to buy clothes, you need to generally essential things that the children need. Having a joint account makes it easier for you to quickly do that. But it's important that you tell one another before money is taken out of the account. If you don't have like direct debit set up, I don't know if people don't live in the UK understand what direct debit means. It simply means a way that you set up outgoings from your account that is automatic with the bank at a set time. The money just goes towards the bill that you want to pay. That's simply what direct debit means. So if you have like a budget of depending on the size of your family, maybe you spend like £200 a month or 300 or whatever, or 150 for food, things like that. You can take the money out in bulk, then you go and do your shopping. You go to Costco or supermarket, or go to African shops and just buy in bulk what you need for the month. So it's an easy way for you to basically manage your incoming and your cons. What are the cons of having a joint bank account? The advantage is that if one person in the joint account has a bad credit history, and you have a joint bank account, it does affect the other person. So because credit history is very, very important in this country. Like I was having this discussion with my friend yesterday. Another friend was telling me that if you want to buy a house, even if you have a deposit of £100,000, if your credit history is bad, you won't be able to buy a house. So credit is everything. If you live in the diaspora, you should know that by now. Actually, I have another blog that I want to do about, you know, things that are so important for people that, you know, of a certain age. Credit history is vital. You need to have a very good credit history. Some people, for some reason, you know, again, life challenges and things that happen, you know, it will impact on your credit because you're unable to pay one bill. They will write to you, they will, you know, put charges and all that. Even overdraft. I recently learned that if you don't pay your overdraft on time and you keep incurring interest on your overdraft, that it affects your credit. I didn't know that before. I thought it was just maybe credit card or bills, utility bills and things like that. But apparently, if you don't pay your overdraft on time, it affects your credit as well. So things like that. If one person has bad credit, then it might not be a good idea for you both to have a joint account, because what it means is that now, because one person's credit is bad, instead of the other person enjoying the good credit that they have, which, you know, might be beneficial to the whole family, both of you will now be classified as having bad credit. So that's one of the disadvantages. You don't have any privacy with a joint account. Everything is out there. Everybody knows what is going on. So especially for us ladies, all those hair, all those human hair, all those human hair, or all those people like us, all those gold that we will hide and buy. I wear some jewelry sometimes. My husband was like, he'll be like, when did you buy this one? When did you buy this one? I'll be like, this one. I've had it too. I've had it a long time ago. It's not today that I bought it too. You've not seen this one. I bought this one 3 years ago. You didn't know. So if you have a joint account and the money is coming out to pay for things like that, I should eat my too. the secrets will be exposed. So there's no privacy. Everything you do is open. So there's no privacy at all with joint accounts. That's what it is. And if you have issues, if there are issues in the relationship or marriage, and you have marital problems, and then it will be difficult, because if one person takes money out of the account without the authority of the other person, because both of you have been set up to operate the account, so the bank will allow anybody to withdraw. So if one person withdraws without the authority, it doesn't need the authority of the other person, so it might be difficult to get the money back, because if you both signed up to say that you can both operate the account. So if you have like a huge balance in your account, maybe it's your savings account, and you have like 100,000 or 50,000 pounds in it, and there's katakata, and the brother goes there to withdraw all the money, you might not be able to get it back because he's entitled to it. The bank will not be able to do anything about it. You can't claim it as fraud because it's a joint account and it's a signatory to the account. So those are the things that you need to ensure that your relationship is rock solid. And there's trust, complete 100% trust between the two of you. Otherwise, but that will pass Gary. If it becomes overdrawn, both of you are responsible for it. It's not just one person, it's a joint account. So if there's an overdraft, or if the account is overdrawn, then both of you will have to be responsible for the payment of the amount for which the account is overdrawn for. So the bank will hold you, both of you, responsible. It's not me, I didn't withdraw, it's him that withdraw, or it's not him, or it's she that withdraw. As far as the bank is concerned, the two shall become one, and it is only one that is operating the account. So whatever affects one affects the other. To be honest, it seems like a marriage, isn't it? That's what marriage is, two becoming one. This joint account is two becoming one. Whatever affects one affects the others. Whatever one is enjoying, the other is enjoying. Whatever, one is suffering from, the other will suffer from. That's exactly what it is. So it's up to you to know, what your relationship is. What I usually say, you need to assess your relationship to know where you are. Sometimes women do things because you feel other people are doing it, so I want to do it. Me, I don't work like that. I don't follow the crowd. I do not follow. I look at myself. Like I said to you now, I was open to share that with you that I'm not good with money, so I know my weakness. I know my weakness and I know my strength. As a person, one of my strengths is that I am aware of myself. I'm aware of my strengths and I'm aware of my weaknesses. One of my weaknesses is money management. I am not good with money. If you give me money, before you know it, I've finished it. Honestly, I'm very, very bad. It's terrible. I'm praying God to help me, and I want to learn, because I know it's not everything that we pray. Sometimes we need to learn the skills. I don't have the skills, so I have friends that are accountants who are very good. You know what they say about accountants? They are money, before they release it, they will calculate and recalculate, and So I have friends who are accountants, so I'm calling on them to come and help me, to teach me how to manage money, because I'm just hopeless with money. The reason I try to, think about it to see why, because I consider myself to somebody that is in control. I tend to, have a basic understanding of most things. But why? It's because I don't put much value on money. That's why. So when I was analyzing it in my mind, because I'm not that kind of person that money is so important to. It's just a piece of paper at the end of the day to me. So if it's available, we spend it. It doesn't mean we should spend everything so that we'll not keep some for rainy day. It doesn't mean you shouldn't save. But I don't hold too much value to money. That's just me as an individual. Some people worship money. Some people, money is very important to their life. Money is everything. For me, I have it, fine. I don't have it, I'm okay. I don't fuss about it. As long as I'm able to do the basic things I'm able to do, I'm fine. So what I'm saying at the end of the day is what works for you. Do what works for you. I just give you what the pros and cons are, and that's it. Go to the money advice service. Go to thinkmoney.co.uk, or you can also go to Citizen Advice Bureau here in the UK to get any advice that you need about money. But like I said, at the end of the day, what works for me might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for me. It's about looking at your relationship with your spouse, and you determine what works for you. The important thing is that you keep on top of your bills, you are able to pay your bills, and you are not in debt. That is what is important. at the end of the day, because priorities are different. Some people, their priorities is working, saving money, and doing projects in Africa. Some people like us, we just want to enjoy life. We just want to enjoy ourselves, go on holidays as many times a year as we can, you know, pay our bills, but we are not fussing about, all those major projects like a project like that, you know. So just do you. That's what I'll say. Comment, and then we'll take the discussion forward. Thanks for watching. I love you. My next one. Ciao.
We believe in God the Father. We believe in Jesus Christ. We believe in the Holy Spirit.